Hello everybody, my name is Pravus, and welcome back to more Endzone, a world apart in Pravsburg. We are doing fine, honestly. Out of scrap at the moment, but I mean, that'll solve itself pretty quick. We're just building a whole load of solar collectors, and lo and behold, that takes up a ton of resources to do that. But we're gonna bring electricity to the entire base. What's going on with you, by the way? Hey, look, goats! Fun, tasty. Don't really care about any of these guys. Is there anything I'm willing to part with? The answer is yes. I'm willing to get rid of as many herbs as possible, because I actually need to gather a load of herbs for a mission, and getting rid of some of the herbs I currently have in my production should allow me to free up some production queue and gather more stuff. But what else would I want? I mean, yeah, we could go ahead and get ourselves some goats. I don't really know if I care that much about them, though. We could also get ourselves some expedition rations. I mean, a whole load of those would save me a lot of trouble, right? Yeah, let's just go ahead and get ourselves a whole load of rations. I'm not going to worry about the goats at the moment. Fun as that might be, I still don't think it's worth it. So, let's see. We're actually already getting the chickens. We did pick that up last time around. A building got damaged. Yeah, we're going to use up a lot of scrap as we repair buildings from the latest round of sandstorms that kind of hit me. Which is not the same as the kind of techno sandstorm thing, you know. That kind of song. Yeah, it's a... I don't even like that one. We all used to think that was really cool. Anyone who says that song was not cool when you were a kid is lying to themselves. We all thought it was really, really cool when we were kids. Now that I'm an adult, I look back at it and I'm like, oh my god, that is an unbelievably annoying song. All right, our food is dropping precipitously right now. Partly because the drought's kind of messed us up, but now I'm a little bit concerned. We have to go over here and pass a decree, and I'm going to ask people to go ahead and start rationing out some food. It's going to make people very unhappy for a while, but I think we have to live with that because our food production is just garbage. Mysterious barrels. Ooh. I would love to do a yellow, potentially epic, level of mission, but first we have to gather up all of these herbs. Of course, I don't have a whole lot more time to gather up any herbs. Where's my herbal hut? You, hi, yes. Okay, your production limit's not the issue. We need to gather up these herbs quick before the next drought hits. Can you do that? Can we get up to 458 and move on to the next round of progress? We only got a couple of hours to do it. We have, no food. What is happening with food? Is this Sparta? I just got an achievement. I think it's because we produce a frick ton of bullets or something. More food, huh? More food? I guess we could do that. More gatherers' cabins could certainly be a good option for us. Yeah, I think we probably should go ahead and place down one of these. This would, of course, allow us to produce a lot of goods from the local forest areas we've been growing. More orchards could also be a good way to do things. Maybe we can do that too. We'll go ahead and place down another orchard. It will take some time for this to really take much effect, but I think it might still be worth, so we'll go ahead and place one of those down too. Don't really know if I need more fishing huts. I mean, I guess we could, but meh. All right, we found something. The specimen is a more small and a weak one. To create an environment for the seedling, we're going to have to do something else. Irrigation plant? Irrigation plant. We haven't been doing these yet. Place these down, and what you can do is send water over to farms to ensure that they have enough water to function, even during a drought, which can be nice. Yeah, okay. Sure, let's try placing down some irrigation plants in these areas. We'll build a couple of those. Need to store up some more water. We need to produce some more plastic, huh? That should be okay. I think the food rationing will be enough to carry me through the rest of this drought, but if we don't get some food going soon, we may find ourselves in a bit of a pinch. And I would hate to lose right before the end of the game, We're just about ready to finish up this series, and failing at the last second, it's like tripping at the finish line. How embarrassing is that? We need some more expeditions. Could go to a church. There might be something kind of cool over here. What's this? A mortician. Yeah, let's go to the church. I want to find out what's going on here. We need a special badge. I think I can arrange that, no problem. We'll send a militia person. That's fine. And then for a professional, I guess we only have one mortician, so we'll send them. Followed by Charlie and maybe Philip and maybe Emily and Carlotta. That'll be fine. And let's make sure we bring at least 6 action points worth, because I think this is going to be a larger ruin for us to check. Let's see what's going on at the church. It's unique, and I have no idea what kind of resources we could get. You might be inclined to think medicine and stuff, but it could be anything. It could be food, which I actually could use. It could be anything. Don't know. We have finished up a solar collector. Hello! All right, so this battery Should be good to go. Now, we don't need, like, a transformer to mix these things together. I'm thinking of surviving the aftermath. If we hook this stuff up with some poles, we'll be okay there. And then we can set up some more poles along these ways. Let's make sure that it actually would be connected. This would let me start hooking up a whole lot of different buildings, including some production for things like food and water and such. So that could be useful. We may decide that we want to turn off a handful of buildings if we decide that they're not producing goods that I really care about, which could very well be the case. I don't know yet. If we do all of this, I have to imagine this is going to be pretty helpful. I do want to get the wells producing as much as we can. Let's start with this and just sort of see what happens. The battery right now is storing nothing because we're not actually hooked up. But if we can get the power pole set up here, I think we're going to find that we are generating a pretty good amount of power. I assume you still work even though there are trees around. Ah, dust storm. Great. That's what I needed. More dust at a time when I already have no metal and no scrap. Yeah, no, good. That's great. Just freaking great. Okay. Yeah, we're using up, like, all of our scrap just repairing things at this point. Adult population has dropped rather precipitously. Not thrilled about that. We don't need more refiners at the moment. I'm doing okay on charcoal. Let's go ahead and get a refiner or so, maybe 2. We need another teacher, actually. We have plenty of kids, more kids than I know what to do with at the moment. Don't think we need these militia anymore. We'll just have a couple of people as spare workers. So, you are now offering a new seed. Now, cherry seeds, I would love to have. We don't have a whole lot to offer except for maybe a few rad suits. I'm willing to do that. We got plenty of rad suits at the moment. Let's just go ahead and get ourselves some cherry seeds. And I think I'm going to go ahead and swap over to a different trader because so far we've been getting a lot of stuff I don't need anymore. And maybe we want to start trading for some scrap or some metal, you know, in the event of an emergency. That could be kind of important for me. Maybe. Water tower. Can I move you to be more effective somewhere? Yes. If I moved you up over, let's say, here, we could possibly fit another well up in that direction. Or maybe one over here. This water tower, we've already done some of this. Unfortunately, our water-producing buildings are getting damaged. You're already doing kind of the best you can, and that's it. Do we only have 3 water towers? I felt like we had more. New seed found! All right, I'm curious what this new seed can do for us. Cherries, 408 food every 3.5 seasons. I'm not going to lie. That's not that much better. Well, with this new orchard, once this thing is cleared out and built, we'll go ahead and plant down some cherries, I suppose. That could be kind of helpful. What's going on here? For some reason, we weren't actually gathering any scrap there. I'm not too sure why. Let's get the cherries. We'll have some food diversity once again. We're going to need some additional farmers, of course. I can reduce the number of farmers that we are calling for. This solar collector is almost done. This one is done. So let's get some power poles set up first to connect to the battery. Then to connect to all these other buildings. Connecting to the scrap collector surely will make this more effective. Yeah? So I feel like that's worthwhile. And then we'll hook up to a few things over here, I guess. Sure. Pretty soon we're going to find that all of our power networks are, like, hooked up to each other, but that's honestly fine. I don't really care too much. We've arrived at the church! Everyone pray! Pray for water. Rain. You know, that stuff. Alright, we have to use our builder badge and our mortician. What do we see? Well, we got 2 options. Comb the surrounding area or try to get into the church. I would like to get into the church. There's a portal. Barricaded. It's supposed to be open to everyone, isn't it? Well, clearly this church has been in disrepair for a while. Let's see. Survivors probably sat near the fire and held out. There are benches and there's a collapsed altar. We'll start by going to the altar. This has a new badge for somebody. Happiness and some scrap and wood. Okay, a crucifix. Edged in gold, probably can't use that too much. The surroundings, I guess we'll go to, since that's what they're saying next. Nope, nothing to do there. Can we go to the wooden benches? We find some more wood. All right, we can go ahead and break that all down. Back it up. Let's go to surroundings, use the mortician. People are unhappy as we are looking at some dead people. We found a Sega Dreamcast. Unbelievable. That'll go for a load on eBay. Is that it? You know what? I'm not going to lie. The church is exceptionally disappointing in me. All right, fine. Just go ahead and gather up whatever we can. There's plenty of wood. The problem, of course, being that wood is heavy, so we can't get much. Actually going to start with the scrap. Scrap's better. If we leave behind 42 wood, I don't feel too bad about it. All right, cool. We're going to go ahead and mark this for scrap. Never mind. We're not going to. It's fine. Let's gather up some more water. We're going to spend a load of that water and some plastic in a little bit, but we would unlock a new seed. I don't know what that seed is going to be. But I am curious and excited, aren't you? By the way, we are indeed storing up loads of power, I think now, in the battery, so this is going just fine. Battery condition, on the other hand, not so good. Not so good at all. Let's see. We'll go ahead and hook up some extra power off in these areas. Let's just make sure we're getting into the full network like so. Hook this up to the wind turbines, so they're always contributing, so we're less likely to use up all of our stuff. By the way, are you guys happier over here? You're still very, very unhappy. What is causing all of this attractiveness issue? It's just farms. You can't be that upset about being near farms. Farms are picturesque. What is your problem? I don't know. I don't even know. We do want to try to get the mine hooked up to power, because I think this will make it significantly more impactful. We'll also make sure we have this all hooked up with another solar collector up to another battery, so we greatly increase our power production and storage. All right, we have plenty more rations. Let's go to another location. Where do we want to go? The house ruin. It's a very big house, but we're going to go ahead and go for it. It's a big, big house. Pierre, Jake, and Olga will all go. Let's send some metal tools. We do still have those, I believe. We'll send a researcher. We'll send Noah, and we'll send, I don't know, Thomas. All of you can go. Let's make sure we bring along plenty of rations since we have a lot of it to go. I have no idea what we can expect at a house. Houses don't seem that exciting, but it's very far away, and if I were a game developer, I might consider making anything far away perhaps the most valuable. Let's go for some water irrigators. We'll start using these guys to collect water and make sure that we have moisture in all of these farms. We have a double drought on the way. Now, that does concern me at least a bit. Concerns me a lot, actually. Let's make sure we get another well. Just remind myself what the range is right now. It's limited up over there. Can we place a well over here at full efficiency? The answer is yes. We'll go ahead and do that. Can we place another well over here? The answer is no, we cannot. Or can we fit one up over here, maybe? Yes. And still at full efficiency, too. Perfect. Let's get a couple more wells set up over there. We do need to get some more fishers and stuff. We need to get some more well keepers. We can probably pull back on water carriers. Let's make sure we get plenty of food coming in, though. We're actually doing okay-ish on food. More well keepers once these are built, and we'll go from there. I don't have a lot of time left, unfortunately, to store up a lot more water, which is going to be an issue. Also, we're not storing any plastic, and the problem is I don't think our refinery is working fast enough. I think we're going to lose this mission, which really makes me sad and upset. Pull back on logisticians for a minute. I need to somehow gather up just enough water, and we need to start storing up some plastic. Why are we getting no plastic? It's because everything's damaged, and no one's going out and building everything. I need you guys to finish repairing everything. That last dust storm probably just cost me a lot. Look how many homes are completely damaged at this point. And we have a lot of people who are homeless outright. Yeah, that's a problem. This is all useless, so we're going to send you away. And then we're going to change which person we want to talk to. You offer medicine and wood and stuff. We have no idea who you are. Metal tools, plastics, electronics, refined goods, basically. You offer scrap and metal. You're the one I want to talk to. Rusty. Rusty is thy name. I'll talk to you instead. So the scrap collector, or the scrap yard, you're powered. Do you get, like, extra effectiveness? Production limit reached. The frick are you talking about? We're nowhere near our production limit. Reserved. Oh, we actually have lots of scrap. We've just set it all aside for repairing projects. That's what I'm getting out of this. Interesting. Well, I should actually say that repairing buildings is the higher priority right now. Because until we get everything fixed, we're just going to be in a lot of trouble. So go ahead and start spending all of our scrap and stuff. Get our builders out there to start actually, you know, building things up. Great, we have an epidemic to worry about now, too. That's just fantastic, ain't it? Pull back on the irrigators. Stop using up our water. The illness is getting out of hand. We'll be fine. Produce medicine. I don't even know if I can. We've got so much medicine that we're sitting on right now. What are we going to do with it? Answer, nothing. Gosh dang it, we're going to lose this because I can't produce anything. I want to know why our scrapyard or refiner isn't working. It's not damaged. It's powered. We are producing goods. Why does it feel like we're storing nothing? It just hasn't gone into storage. Do you think that maybe we're running out of storage? That could be a thing. We could upgrade the warehouse. This costs a lot of wood and scrap is the main downside, but I think we're going to do it. Let's go ahead and research the warehouse and make sure that we have plenty more to work with. All right, we've arrived at the house. Survivors, help. Wait, there's a person here? Nah, you guys weren't in the end zone. You weren't hiding in the vault. All right, let's try the main entrance. Don't need a key. We can just break in. The front door apparently is risky. Well, why do that when we can just do the back door? This feels like a trap. Why is one so obviously better than the other? Maybe it's because we had tools. All right. So, once we're inside, let's take a look at the first floor. We'll work our way up. We find a handful more materials. We also get the teacher badge, and we find a knowledge point. Okay. Go up to the second floor. We find a lot more explorer badges. I'm pretty sure we already had that. And then on the third floor, we find beans, cloth, medicine, iodine, and people are unhappy because we just found some bodies. Yep, that would be a thing. All right, well, that's kind of it looks like. So we'll just back on out, loot and return. What are we going to take with us? Well, of course, we're going to take the iodine. We'll take some beans. I don't care about medicine. We definitely want to take the scrap, the metal, the cloth. I guess we'll take everything. Turns out we didn't need this many people, but that's okay. Sometimes you just have to try things and see what happens. Alrighty. So this orchard, again, more people are sick. Fine, I will assign some additional medics to take care of people, all right? We failed the task, we lost the freaking seed, and I'm very upset about it. So all that effort came to absolutely nothing. Mysterious barrels. We can at least try to do this now. What is it going to do? We need to produce some metals. Do that, and we can get beans and peaches. By mysterious metal barrels, did you mean you found, like, some canned food? That could be. We don't need to do any of this. Diligence. Man, it would be nice to reduce the loss of tools and stuff. We're going to go for some water rationing because we know that we have some serious droughts about to hit us. And yeah, that reduces happiness by a lot, but I'm going to have to live with it. Research in a few areas are the other missions that remain. Honestly, none of those are very good. Let's just go ahead and produce our metal and stuff, and we'll be fine. We should be repairing almost everything. We're completely out of lumber and scrap thanks to all of that. Actually, mostly because we're doing some research for warehouses, and that's taking up all of my resources. We could cancel, of course. But why bother? Also, hi, this guy's arriving. Please tell me you want medicine. You do! Oh, we can actually buy a knowledge point from you. Fascinating. Well, I could really use some metal. We'll happily get rid of a load of meds. As many as I can offload, to be honest. If I want to get the knowledge point, it's fairly expansive. But I could get rid of just a teeny bit of food in addition to all the medicine, and that would be enough. So we'll go ahead and do this. Why not? I wish you had some scrap. That might have been better for me, but oh well. It'll be fine. So we haven't finished building all of our power poles, and that's a problem because not all of our houses have connected to the power. We have free medicine now, thanks to all of that. Great. We don't need any extra medics at this point. We got 20 workers. Let's get some extra gatherers going. Make sure we got that back up and running. We got a forester going. We are fine on just about everything else. Running lower on coal. Now that surprises me. Oh, it's because the mine is still freaking damaged. Yeah, can we repair this next? I want this to be the next priority. Let's get that coal going before we run out, because that could become a problem pretty quick. And somebody must have died who had a lot of friends. Very popular on Facebook. A lot of unhappy workers right now. Yeah, duly noted. I just don't care. I don't care. How many grave... Oh, we're full on graves. Ah, this might be part of my problem. I think we can, funnily enough, demolish the cemetery and rebuild it. Do that, and I think we reset all of our graves. And that way I can just reconstruct it exactly where it was before, and we don't have to wait for the graves to naturally start going away on their own. There's a load of bodies in the street. Oh my god. All right, we found a lot of food. Well, thank you. I have no need for all of this food, but it's cool that it's there. I'm going to wait for this to expire, and hopefully we find some new missions that I care about more. Is anyone going to come dismantle the graves? We need a lot of builders, apparently. Let's get some irrigators going around and making sure that we take care of our farming needs. Look how many bodies are littering the streets. No wonder people are unhappy. I'd be peeved, too. I feel like my builders aren't doing a dang thing. Research has been completed on the warehouse. We have a load of extra knowledge points we could work with. It'd be kind of fun to learn about paved roads, but it takes more resources than I can afford right now. Diligence, so people lose their durability a little bit. Could be nice. Reinforced backpacks, so we can take along resources. Could be nice. Mostly costs rations and stuff I can spare. I guess we'll go ahead and learn about the reinforced backpack. Another expedition returns. Cool, let's go for another one. Hospital, I don't want meds. It's just not worth it to me. Greenhouse, train station. You know what, I want to go to the train station. Let's go for that. I'm going to bring along some, I guess at least neck scarves. Now, I don't even know if I have any. We're going to go ahead and bring along some radiation suits. I think it's fine. And we do need some scrap collectors. You'll be fine, you'll be fine, you'll be fine. Let's actually not bring along a forester and stuff. We'll just bring along people who are spare. During the drought, we do not care about some of these jobs. Surprisingly, they're not showing me, like, any gatherers and stuff. Mostly just farmers. All right, well, we can go ahead and bring along a few farmers, I guess. This will be fine. And then, yeah, a few extra points. I mean, a train station's probably fairly large, right? So let's go ahead and start up a large expedition and see what's going on over there. How are we doing as far as power? Plenty of surplus right now. 0 issues across the board. People still have not been building any of these power poles, so they're not getting around and actually doing much. I don't really understand why our builders are doing so little. But they are. They're doing very little. We have the mine up and working again. Let's go back over here and say that building buildings is the next goal. Now that we have the mine, I think we should be able to produce plenty of coal. We're completely out of plastic. This recycler is just not doing me much. The refinery, that is to say. We got plenty of scrap. Well, we do still have recyclers, right? We can set some of you guys to make me plastic instead. So we'll do that. We can't even produce any more suits until we get some plastic. So these guys should help. 22 workers. Fine, more builders then for now. Let's just get these dang power poles taken care of. Stop wasting my time. Tasks. We can gather up some wood someplace. We could use more. Go ahead and build it way out over here, I guess. Scrap. We're out of scrap to gather from there. We can fix that with you. And how are we doing on radiation? Really good, actually. Let's go ahead and try removing some radiation in these areas. I mean, we've got plenty of people with nothing else to do. 14 workers, might as well. Actually, there's a lot of radiation over here for some reason. It's really bad over here. Why is it so bad over here? Yeah, cancel the removing of radiation over here. I no longer care. But I would love to get rid of the high levels of radiation that apparently have permeated the base over in this area. This should protect me a little bit. I mean, we already had rad suits being produced across the board, but I feel like this is still helpful. We need more housing. And I guess I'll go ahead and build it up in this community. Is this another dust storm? Gosh dang it. The dust storms are getting worse. I'm observing. It's really starting to cause issues. I got so much that needs to get built up. Maybe the next thing to do is actually to research upgrades to houses. Yep. It's time to research upgraded houses so less things are getting damaged by the darn dust storms every time. Though it looks like this time it caused some damage, but it's actually not as bad. At least as bad as it could have been. couple of logisticians set up over there, I suppose. And yeah, sturdy houses. What's the difference in cost? It costs basically a bit of egg for everything, plus some scrap. Upgrade the shelters. If you can upgrade that, that could be helpful too. Expedition has arrived at the train station. All right, wasn't easy to find. Are you kidding me? I mean, it's really big. It's right there. All right, we take a look. There's nothing over there. Let's take a look at the platform or the stairs, I guess. We find some goods, including some probably questionable shrooms. We will go to the platform. Find some scrap. Okay. That's it? Oh, come on. All right, we're finding nothing useful at the train station. The good thing about the train station is it looks like we can dismantle it twice. No, more than that. Train wrecks, there's 1,200 scrap to be had over here. If we wanted to send people that far away to get scrap, we could do that. Do I? Do I want to do that? Answer, no, not really. Hey, look, power poles are getting built, finally. No energy storage over here? That's because you haven't freaking built this power pole. It's because we're out of metals, completely out of metal. Gosh dang, what is going on with this? All right, metals and plastics, I think, are what we need more than anything else. We may need to get ourselves another scrapyard. This is continuing to be a freaking issue. More scrapyards, huh? Kind of hate to do it, but I think we have to. We'll build another one of those up. Get some roads set up over here, I suppose. Power grids aren't hooked up yet. Probably should fix that. Build a quick power pole to hook these two up. Let's make sure we get all of this built up as well. This should increase my happiness, like, a lot, right? Like you'd think. But maybe not. Well, I'm pretty sure we can get a lot of stuff hooked up at this point. Now, it's saying my energy surplus is down. I imagine that's because it's nighttime. A festivity. You want me to produce liquor? Nope. I don't have the ability to produce liquor. We haven't gotten any of the stuff we need. What is this? Oh, right, we got rid of the graveyard. Ha, 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 ha. Yeah, we did talk about fixing that, and we totally forgot to get the cemetery back up and running. Let's get another one. ASAP. Build this next, please. This is top priority. Look how many dead bodies are sitting around. Oh my god, this is just horrible. Everyone's like hanging out. No, why does anyone want to come and hang out in the mounted bus? What a social environment this is. Day of the Dead and frickin' Deed. Holy crap. All right. We have a lot of attractive houses at this point, but it still seems like no one's happy. Well, whatever. You guys will learn to be happy someday. There's a bit more scrap to be had over there. This place has run out. Okay. There's another 600 or so up over here, and that's close by. Go ahead and work on that one. And we have another trader that we want to talk to. Let's see. You've got some scrap tools and metals and stuff. Well, I could really use all of this. What do you want? Could give away a lot of water, of which I have a fair bit. Maybe a bit of coal. Coal's cheap for me to get, right? And this will get me a lot of much-needed materials. Because we are having some serious scrappage issues. Alright, saying no one's working as mortician. We need at least a couple people to be a mortician. Maybe 3 for now. Go gather bodies and freaking bury them. I may have to demolish this immediately again. But sure enough, it did reset the graves. So, you know, that's kind of solved itself a little bit. Yes, there are still some damaged buildings, duly noted. What's going on here? This workshop isn't doing anything. It's because they don't have any metals. Fine. Let's make repairing buildings the next priority. Go ahead and start doing that. Wherever possible. You should be able to store energy. We have a huge energy deficit right now. But now that it's daytime, you should be producing 5,000, right? Okay, so now you're starting to produce some energy. Are these electrical grids still not hooked up? Well, they should be. Yeah, interestingly enough, this battery seems to operate a little independently over here. It's almost as if they're not actually connecting the energy grids. That's a little weird, right? Huh. I don't know how the energy grids work. I assume they all would be connected into one big thing. But maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe they don't. Very strange. Well, that's fine, though. Hey, look, the cherries are getting grown up. Oh, they're pretty red. I like it. We're going to allow ourselves to store up some extra food. We need to build some warehouses. Bigger warehouses. Can we upgrade the warehouses we already have? Frickin' where is a warehouse? It's a Forester's Lodge. Where did I place a dang warehouse? Gosh, I don't even remember. I can't. Okay, so this is one problem with the game. Here it is. Upgrade to warehouse. One problem with the game, at some point, everything kind of starts to look the same. I need a way to quickly see all my warehouses. There's one. Let's go ahead and build this up too. Get the warehouses going. We'll have more storage space. I imagine that's helpful. 4 knowledge points and not really much to do with it. You guys have researched the sturdy house. We could learn about the upgraded shelter, but I don't really see a point. What's the loitering band do? Boosting their confidence from visiting their home or other buildings, and as a result, distracting them. So they're not allowed to go home. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Diligence, I'm happy to research. Knowledge transfer could be useful. This actually makes, I think, all... It's a decree that spends knowledge points to make all adults automatically educated. I suppose we could do that. But I also no longer think it matters. I mean, look at ourselves. We're doing okay. Oh, you know, I was gonna say, let's go ahead and end the series here. But, since the game has decided to throw me a new curveball, we're gonna go ahead and fight back one more raid. And this is how we're gonna be ending up this series. Because I know that we're running low on some resources, but I don't think it's really a matter of me not being able to survive. Oh my god, the bodies are freaking everywhere. Jeezums. It's not really a matter of me not being able to survive anything here at this point. We're doing okay on food and water. I think as long as we keep doing that, we're okay. And if we can start catching back up on scrap and stuff, we'll be fine. The problem is we're just using so many materials dealing with dust storms. But there's no way to deal with dust storms. They just sort of are what they are. You know, there's really no way around it. Can we possibly build... I don't even know if we need more barricades. I don't know if barricades are like slowdown options that slow them down around watchtowers so they get shot. That might be how barricades work. Either way, let's go ahead and refuse to pay the tribute to Liam the Prophet. And he's coming in from this direction this time. All right, the angry fleas are marching once again. They're going to be attacking me from the south/southeast. They might attack me over here. The big issue that I see is that they're probably going to hit me at my solar collector, which I definitely don't like. Why can I not click on this? There it is. Build this next, if you don't mind. It's not going to matter, but it would be worth building another one of those at some point. All right, so here they come. One tower should be enough to deal with them, to be honest, especially if they do get hung up on a barricade. I'm not sure what they're going to steal and how much damage they'll do. But let's see. So they're taking a lot of hits. They're not taking as many hits as I thought. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. They broke through. Well, now we're going to start seeing some damage. They've already stolen all the resources they want. Oh, crap. We're going to lose this one. How come these guys are so much stronger than the last ones? Were you able to destroy my tower, or was the tower already damaged? Well, crap. Apparently I'm wrong, and raiders are still dangerous. You know, that's good to know for the future, to be honest. That's still very good to know for the future. Now, I'm looking at what they stole, and it looks like it was mostly water. Yeah, they mostly stole water and medicine, which ironically are two things I don't care about. We only used 32 bullets. So here's what happened. They killed my militia? I didn't even know they could kill militia. So here's what happened is this time around, for some reason, they were able to destroy my tower and kill the people inside of it. Here's what I'm thinking happened. You need to place your barricades before they can get to watchtowers. I think it slows them down so the watchtowers do damage and are protected for a bit longer. That's interesting. Okay, well, we don't really care too much about this. What we care about is a heck of a lot of repairing. There's obviously a lot that I need to repair all of a sudden. Obviously, this sucks, but we're doing fine on resources, and we survived that raid no problem, because it turns out water is a very easy thing to place at the edges and be playing as tribute. And if they take that, they won't really go far into your base and destroy much. And once they take as many resources as they want, they leave you alone. So give them a tempting target nearby, and you should be safe. In the meantime, though, I think this is a good place to end this series. We've learned a lot from playing this game. I think I've got a pretty darn good handle on it at this point, and it should be nothing but rinse and repeat from here on out. So, thank you all very much for watching this series. I do hope that you enjoyed, and if so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, hit that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.